We are working it today with Andy Challenger at Challenger Gray and Christmas. Thanks for coming on our show. Our report says those quiet quitters, people who are rebelling by doing as little work as possible, are now getting quietly fired. Is this backlash?
Yeah, I think we might be starting to see a backlash to this trend of quiet quitting, where there's been a segment of workers that are flying under the radar, often working from home, that have decided to do just the bare minimum in their jobs not to get fired. On the flip side, now we're starting to see some managers in organizations do quiet firings, stop having a lot of one-on-one conversations with these workers, not providing much feedback, and skipping them over for promotions and pay raises, just hoping that they'll slowly move out of the organization, whether they go to another role or they get put onto a list for inevitable layoffs when the economy and labor market starts to turn.
What's your advice?
I don't think it's necessarily too late if you're one of these workers that has been quiet quitting or putting forward a lackluster performance in your job. But I would say this is the time to start going back into the office as often as possible, meeting people face to face, building a real relationship with your manager and people that work above you so that you can be slated in for promotions as they start to come forward and keep your name off those lists of employees that may be in the first round of layoffs if the economy starts to turn.
I'd also love to get your reaction to Elon Musk threatening to fire 75% of Twitter employees when and if he takes over.
Yeah, it's surprising to see Elon announce a 75% head cut at Twitter. Not a way to endear yourself to the employees. Clearly could have critical workers looking for an exit before you ever buy the company. It's not really Elon's style to have a private equity style investment where he cuts a lot of costs and sells the company for more money a few years down the line. He tends to buy businesses and tries to grow them and knows how important the people within those organizations are. There's lots of stories about how much time and effort he puts into hiring the right people for his firm. It could be a sign that he's going to come in and do a lot of replacements to have people that he trusts and believe in critical roles.
Thank you for covering so much ground with us today, Andy.
Thanks for having me on, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.